You don't need me to tell you the serious situation that we currently find ourselves as a nation. The steady march of fascism, the demented, cognitive, decimated Donald Trump at the helm, living out his fascist dictator on day one fever dream. You don't need me to tell you about the certain aspects and facets of our society, whether it be the judiciary, the press, citizens, that there are only a few facets that are left to throw up an obstacle to buttress us against the usurpation of our liberties. I don't need to tell you that. And for the most part, the country is asleep at the wheel. We've got a few members of the judiciary who are standing in the gap to protect us from Donald Trump. His absolutely unconstitutional, meaning illegal actions as president. We've got a Congress that is largely asleep at the wheel. It's in Republican hands. And then we've got a handful of Democrats who continue to vote for Donald Trump's nominees, who continue to vote for Donald Trump's legislation, advancing the agenda of this fascist. And we've got the press, who are largely missing the moment, not living up to their constitutionally protected role to be the free and fair press. Jake Tapper out there writing his book, getting a cash grab in the moment, talking about Joe Biden, who did nothing more than helm the ship out of economic disaster. Helped us get through the pandemic where more than 1 million Americans lost their lives. That was mishandled by the previous president, who now the press is just ignoring the nonsense. Donald Trump was on the lawn of the White House today, just a couple hours ago. While we're talking about Joe Biden, who will never be in office again, Donald Trump is out there making dirty jokes like he's an old grandpa, talking about erections. It's the E word. You'd run me out of town if I said it, because they're going to put up his flagpole, which is it's the greatest in the world. These are the finest flagpoles in the country. Oh, I mean the world. They're the greatest. He's raiding flagpoles. He's turning around to talk to construction workers behind him, leaving them nervously grinning about what the f is going on right now. We're in a tight spot as a nation, and we need more people to stand up, to raise their voices. If you participated in the No Kings protest this last weekend, good for you. Because without journalists, without Congress, without the judiciary doing a fuller job, we need you, we need me, we need us, we the people, to demand what is owed to us, our birthright as Americans, which is a guaranteed of continued protection of our rights under the Constitution. And we're not getting it right now. Donald Trump, watch this first moment where he makes his stupid, dirty joke, the erection. We're gonna raise the flagpole or the E word, which I can't say. Not normal. Watch this.
Have a good, they call it a lifting. They also use another word, but I'm not going to use that word. You know what that is? The word, it starts with an E. You know what the word is? If I ever used it, I'd be run out of town by you people. All right, so enjoy it. Doug, you're going to get some good. He's going to win another Nobel Prize, I think, for this picture. So maybe the flag will be even more exciting. But this is pretty exciting. That's some equipment, I'll tell you what. Look at that crane. That's some beautiful.
He stands there like a crumpled version of an earlier Donald Trump, in clothes that don't fit. They're just too big, rambling about erecting the flagpole and making connections with the word erection in his mind. Is not normal. And when you give Donald Trump the opportunity to stand in front of a camera, slouched over like he's a human fucking apostrophe, and give him a microphone, he's just gonna ramble, confusing everyone around him. In that clip, he thinks people get Nobel Prizes for photographs. The President of the United States of America and MAGA, ooh, look at this grand leader, this brilliant mind. We are in good hands with Donald Trump. They let him continue, let the cameras roll and the microphones record, and he started rambling, continuing to talk about the grandeur of these particular wonderful flagpoles, as though there are, look at that flagpole, that's a nice one. Oh, Joe, you got one of those good flagpoles, not one of those shitty ones that other people have. And he catches himself in the moment that it's not just the greatest flagpole ever seen in the United States. No. It's the world. And then he starts talking about Jerome Powell at the Fed and turning around talking to these guys who are very confused by everything that's happening. But everything's okay with Donald Trump. If you ask Jake Tapper, he wants you to think about Joe Biden. Watch this.
It's about the largest you'll ever see, and it's tapered. It's at a quality that you guys rarely get to even put up. They do that for a living. They're incredible people. I don't know them, but I love them. And I would bet that they all voted for Trump. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I think so. But we're about to lift it, and we also have one going on what's called the front or the north. We have one going there, identical. So we'll have one on this side of the building, we'll have one on that side of the building properly placed. In this case, we had a lot of choices, putting it on that hill, putting it different places. It's such a beautiful pole, we thought we'd put it near. I mean, it always looks best when it's near a Doral. I put it right near. I have a similar pole. And these are the best poles anywhere in the country, or in the world, actually. They're tapered. They have the nice top. I don't know if you people are aesthetic. They're the fake news. I don't know about I don't know if they're. But it's a very exciting project to me. And then at 11 o'clock, we're lifting the flag. But we're going to lift the pole now, and then they're going to the other side, get that, and then we're going to do, I think, 2 flag liftings. We'll be putting it up at 11 on here, and a couple of minutes later on the other side. We'll start here at 11. So that'll be very nice, very patriotic. We're doing well and as a country. If the Fed would ever lower rates, would buy debt for a lot less. It's a shame. This guy, do you ever have a guy that's not a smart person and you're dealing with him and you have to deal? He's not a smart guy. He's worried about inflation. I said, that's right. If there's inflation in 6 months or 9 months, you lower the rates or you raise the rates. You can do whatever you want, Brian, right? So let's say there's rampant inflation, which there's none. You know what there is? There's success. I got a call from Congress last night. Sir, there's a problem. I said, what is it? Money is pouring in. We don't know how to account for it. I said, check the tariffs. $88 billion came in from tariffs. No inflation. And it's going to get even more so. I know what I'm doing. So we have a stupid person, frankly, at the Fed. He probably won't cut today. Europe had 10 cuts, and we had none. And I guess he's a political guy. I don't know. He's a political guy who's not a smart person, but he's costing the country a fortune.
Beautiful pole. Best poles anywhere in the country, or actually the world. Yeah. And then the whole Jerome Powell screed. I'm not an alarmist. I'm not. We'll get through this if indeed Donald Trump is able, if everyone is able to curtail the damage that Donald Trump wants to do. The problem with what is taking place right now is how long it's going to take to reverse course, how much money it's going to cost to undo all of the damage that Donald Trump is doing right now, has done, is doing, and will do. It will be billions and billions and billions of dollars, and the American people are largely so stupid that they forgot that we have the collective attention span of a 15-second commercial break during a sitcom. Largely, it's a problem. We're a TikTok culture. There's probably many of you that I'm not even talking to right now because you've already clicked off this video to go on to the next thing. If you're here, good for you. We need people to protect the country and her people. And Donald Trump is trying to because of his dementia, because of his cognitive state, because of his diminishment, because of his dream of being a dictator on day one, he has set himself to destroy us. As long as he can make a buck and get good ratings while doing it. This is just one example of many, many, many that happen throughout the day. I don't know what is in it for people who don't have an ideology around this. Look, I get the white Christian nationalists. I understand why Stephen Miller's doing it, because he's a hateful little ghoul who hates people of color. He hates non-Americans the way they see it. I get them. Well, what's in it for Jake Tapper? Is it the cash? Is it so alluring that he can't turn away from a paycheck? Is that it? What's in it for these other people? Is it proximity to power? I don't have answers to these questions. Anyway, what do you think? Maybe you can tell me. Maybe I'm just like Jerome Powell, who is not a smart person, we have a stupid, frankly, at the Fed. Maybe I'm like Jerome Powell. Why, I could only dream of being as smart as a guy like Jerome Powell. Anyway, what do you think? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, daily at Dollemore.com. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Help me grow this channel into something that is on the verge of being too big for Donald Trump to mess around with. They are already signaling that we are the next target in their assault on the freedom of speech, protected by, not guaranteed by, the Constitution of the United States. If you want to help support this work in my effort to grow this channel, you can click the join button below for $2 a month, become a channel member. You can also go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Dangerous times. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.